Hello. Jay, are you referring to the intro? Is that what you're referring to? Every 15, 7 to 15. Good evening. Good evening. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started, y'all. Welcome to Cooking with Love with myself. We are here every Friday from 6 Eastern to 7 Eastern time. We do have a guest today. I'm not sure that she's made it quite yet, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead and get started. And if she shows up, actually going to wait until 5:05 or 6:05 Eastern time to get started to see if she comes in. And then see Cherry Cola, where are you? Are you here? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started because I sent her a message about 30 minutes ago and she hasn't said anything as of yet. So like I said, welcome to Cooking with Love with myself. I'm here every Friday, 6 to 7 Eastern Standard Time. Tonight we're making blackened chicken Alfredo with linguine, along with some vegetables and a Caesar salad and some cheesy garlic toast. So we're gonna go ahead and get this started. We're gonna start with our chicken and our seasoning. All right, here's some chicken right here. We're gonna make this to be about a fourth of an inch thick. So either you can use a meat mallet or you can use a heavy object. Examples of heavy objects are cast iron. You could use a wine bottle. You can use a rolling pin. Anything heavy that you could use to thin it out. So I'm going to use this, even though this is actually cider, does not have alcohol because there's no smoking or drinking or cursing on the show. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Just going to be a little bit loud because of what we're doing. So right now, I think we're good. So it's thin, it's equal all the way around like that. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it a couple more times just because the edges are a little bit thicker than the rest. That looks good. We have to do this 3 times because I'm using 2.5 pounds of chicken. Obviously, you could do however much is going to be feasible for your family or yourself. Sorry, gotta beat it. All right, looks about good right there. Okay, one more to go. I'm doing a total of 4 pieces, but I already have one that's ready currently. This is a lot bigger piece, so it's going to take a little bit more time to do. More to go here. And that's good. This is a big old piece right here. Let me take that off. So it actually almost doubles in size. Okay. Now we're gonna go over the ingredients that we're gonna use to season it. So the ingredients I'm using today, you can do it to your liking, but today we have some garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, black pepper. I don't use salt, but you can use salt. Instead of salt, today I'm substituting Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, so it can have a Cajun flavor. Also, I'm using some adobo chicken, accent, and minced garlic. And my added most favorite ingredient is Uncle Chris Steakhouse seasoning. So I'm gonna spread these all out so that way y'all can see. We have 4 pieces right here. All right, I always start with the powders first. So I start with, hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna grab some gloves because I think that would be less messy. But just let it get out of the kitchen, please. All right. Oop, oop, oop. Gotta get them on. Not very easy when your hands are wet. Just saying. Next time I wouldn't suggest having wet hands trying to put them on. So I'm gonna start with the garlic powder. I sprinkle it till I see the entire thing is a white powder on top. Because we're gonna season both sides. So you don't have to go extremely heavy on it. So we're starting with garlic powder. I'm gonna put this here. I go in order. That way when I go and flip it over, I can do the same thing on the other side. So here's this. We started with garlic powder. Now we're using onion powder. Put that in order like that. Next thing I'm gonna use will be my Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. That gives it a slight little bit of spiciness and some Cajun flavor. That right there. I'm gonna move these over here so that way they're not blocking the camera. Then we're gonna put some paprika, sprinkle that. I just make sure I have some red coloring. You don't have to put a ton. Some people use more than others. And I have some chicken seasoning right here, adobo. Lightly. I go lightly on the Tony Chachere's and the adobo only because they do have added salt, and I'm not a big salt fan. If you like more salt, you can add more to your liking. I'm gonna add some accent, which is a flavor enhancer. Perfect, looking good. Then we're gonna get some pepper. Remember, it is blackened chicken Alfredo. You can add some extra pepper to it if you like extra spicy. Another thing is if you like really, really spicy, I suggest cayenne pepper. And this is my, like I said, secret ingredient for my household. It's Uncle Chris Gourmet Steak Seasoning, but you can use it on pork, beef, chicken, anything. It is outstanding on burgers and steaks, to say the least. But I use it on a lot of different things. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I pat my seasoning on the meat, so when I get ready to flip it over, we're not pouring it all off. So this. I am gonna do something before we do that. I'm gonna go ahead and spray it with a little bit of like an oil spray. So another thing you could do is brush it with olive oil. That. Then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add some minced garlic. I just kind of spread it around, gives it that good flavor. Because who doesn't like a little garlic, right? Garlic and onions are the key to all food and make it taste fabulous, even though a lot of people say that they don't like it. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. This is Cooking with Love. We're here every Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a new recipe every week, along with different tips and tricks. Tonight we're making blackened chicken Alfredo with linguine, along with a side Caesar salad and some cheesy garlic toast. Now that we have everything we need, we're going to do the same on the opposite side. So I'm going to get this flipped over. Spread it out evenly. All right, so we're going to start again. Garlic powder. Onion powder. Ooh, don't do that. Don't drop your stuff on your meat. We need our meat clean, not with stuff on top, you know? Except seasoning, just saying. Some adobo. Oh, adobo is so good. I like it on vegetables too. Tastes amazing. Paprika. Ooh. I don't think my my tabletop needed any type of seasoning, but that's fine. No worries. It'll survive, right? Accent. Got 2 more ingredients. Tony's. Get that good old Cajun flavor. You know how you eat Louisiana food and it has that good kick to it? That's what you want. You want a little kick to your chicken. Perfect. We're good. Alrighty. Tap that down. Also, another thing is if you have seasoning around, like whatever your surface, you can kind of use the meat to move it around. Spray that meat. There goes. That garlic. You can never have too much, I don't feel like, honestly. Alrighty. Looks like it's getting ready to be cooked, y'all. Get that in there. Garlic and onion is the best. I use it with almost every cooking method, any type of food, pretty much, any type of sauce, pretty much. Anything. Alrighty. We got our chicken all prepped. I'm gonna go ahead and get this moved over here. That. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna clean this up just a little bit real quickly. That way we can keep it pushing. Throw that out. We're not doing dishes right now. I'm just washing this because I am going to use it a little bit later. I may not even need it, to be honest, but just in case I do, I don't want to be washing dishes in between. So get that going right here. Tighten this up just a little bit. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. This is Cooking with Love with Dolly Parton's Cornbread. We're here every Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll be learning different tips, different tricks. Tonight we're making blackened chicken Alfredo with linguine, along with a Caesar side salad and cheesy garlic toast. We'll have a time for question and answer just as soon as I get cooking, because there'll be time to answer anything that you'll have as far as questions. Just make sure to drop it in the comments, and we'll get to that as soon as we can. Alrighty, on to the next thing. Okay. Before we move over, I'm going to go ahead and finish grating up my cheese. Tonight, the cheese that we're going to be using for the fettuccine Alfredo is Murray's Pecorino Romano Parmigiano. So it looks like this. It's aged for 5 to 6 months. Comes from Italy. It has a nutty, flavorful sheep's milk taste, and it's absolutely amazing and very expensive. We're gonna go ahead and get this going here. I only have a little bit left to grate because I've already done most of that already. So I'll show you up close how it looks. So it has a nice thick outside. Pretty hard, very, very good smell. Gotta get in there when we get the cheese grated though. Shouldn't take long because it's actually pretty quick, believe it or not. When you get down to right here, where you see it start to change in color, stop. Don't keep going because there is a rind on the outside of it, and you don't really want to eat that. It's not very tasty. So like almost there. There we go. We're almost done. So I'm going to stop about right there because that's when it starts to get extremely hard. That is not good. So we're done. Good. A little bit. Got a little bit of a mess, but let's put it on this paper right here and get it out of here. Looks like that. It melts extremely well. You don't have to worry about taking a long time for any of it to melt or any of that. So this is all of it right here. Total for this recipe, I'm going to use about 2 cups. 2 to 2.5 cups. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get our chicken started. We're going to add 4 tablespoons of butter to a skillet. And I use salted royal butter. I don't use margarine or anything that's watery. Right now I do have on a pot of boiling water right here. This is going to be used for our pasta, for boiling it. I also have a pot of water right here. I'm going to use this to blanch some broccoli and carrots. Blanching is basically bringing water to a boil, putting your vegetables in there, cooking them for about 3 minutes, turning it off, and then after that you're going to put it into an ice water bath. That stops the cooking process so they don't get mushy or overcooked. So we're going to go ahead and let this melt. Anybody have any questions while we're waiting for this? I would love to answer something. I use butter for my chicken. Some people use olive oil, vegetable oil. I did go ahead and kick up this heat back here for the vegetables. Vegetables weren't really included in tonight's thing, but I wanted to add something extra that was healthy to the meal, and show y'all how to make that to add, because it's really good in Alfredo. Some people don't add any vegetables; they just make the chicken and the pasta in Alfredo. But we don't want to do that. We want to be different, right? We want to cook with love. We don't want to cook with laziness in here. Yes. If you use salted butter, it has salt in it, so that adds more flavor to the meat that you're cooking. If you use unsalted, it doesn't have salt, but if you had unsalted butter, you could actually add salt to it in the pan and make it into a salted butter and make it the same way. So if you have unsalted butter, don't think that you need to buy something different, because you don't. All right, and right now I have my temperature on medium. So I'm melting this. Once it's all melted, we're gonna let it get to where it kind of glazes a little bit. That means it's nice and hot. So now we're melted. It's quite a bit of butter, but you gotta remember we're putting it in there. And we are gonna be flipping it over. So you wanna make sure you have enough to where it's not gonna dry out. We're almost there. And I'm just gonna let it settle for a second. You guys start to see the solids of the butter start to break up and divide. I'll put my hand on here when I can't. All right, I think we're good. Good. I'm gonna start with 2. I'm gonna cook it about, I'll say about 6 minutes. That's what I recommend. But I'll show y'all how it's supposed to look when it's ready to be flipped over. We've got about 6 minutes. I am going to transfer back over to our other side because we're going to go ahead and prep our cheesy toast. So just enjoy watching right here, and then we'll come over here and get started on that. We're ready. A lot of people like a lemon cheese on their toast, but I don't like a lot. I like a very, very light layer because I don't like a ton of it. So we're gonna do with ours with not hardly any, because this was a recommendation by our contestant that was gonna be on here with us. But I have no idea what happened. I just hope she's okay. But we're gonna continue here. Good. You got a loaf of bread today. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna see which side I want to use. I'm gonna start on this side right here. I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna go in. You don't want to go deep in. You want to let the knife glide, because if you just go in like that, it's gonna be a disaster. And your bread's gonna be torn all up, and not fun trying to fix that. There we go. Perfect. All right. All right, we're gonna go ahead and I have garlic spread today. That's what I'm gonna use. Garlic butter spread. It has parsley, basil, minced garlic, and butter. Go ahead and get this. I put mine on pretty thick because you have to think about how thick the bread is and how it's gonna go in whenever it's cooking. I'm putting the temperature for the bread on 350 in the oven, and then we're gonna cook it for about 15 minutes. Go. If I had a lot more time, I would definitely show how I can make the bread homemade versus the store-bought bread. Or maybe another day, right? Alrighty. That looks good. Oh, great. Sprinkle some cheese on here. Like I said, I don't use a lot, hardly any. Whoop! Don't do that. Not a good idea. You drop it on there. So I use a very little bit of cheese. I'm going to use some of the Parmesan that I grated up slightly for the fettuccine. All right, that's perfect. Going into the oven, y'all. That's how it looks. Going in. And this is ready to be flipped over. So we're going to get to it. All right. We'll show you how good it looks from the other side. For a nice browning effect. Crisp around the edges. Flip this. And go like that. Kind of distribute it in there. That's perfect. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on here. I'm going to give it 7 more minutes and then it's going to be ready to go. Alright, so we have boiling water. Adding carrots that I cut up. Notice how I cut them in a diagonal shape. Not a lot, just a little bit. Perfect. Pasta. Are y'all enjoying it? Does anybody have any questions on anything that we've done so far? Or is it clear as day? I am adding ice to the ice water bath for these carrots. I don't need a lot, just a little bit. I know that's a little loud. Okay. Thank you all for tuning in to Cooking with Love with myself. Sometimes we have a guest that plays along with us. Today it's just me. We're here every Friday from 6 to 7 Eastern Standard Time. Tonight we're making blackened chicken Alfredo along with linguine and some broccoli and carrots and a side Caesar salad and some cheese and garlic. These are pretty much ready to go, I believe. I'm going to check them really quickly. What I do is I usually get a fork, put it in there, and stab it. See how hard they are, how soft they are. Alright, I'm gonna check this real quick. Hear that sizzle? Oh my goodness. That is fabulous right there. Chicken's pretty much almost ready to go as far as I can see. I'm gonna go ahead and check the temp and see what it's currently sitting at right now. When we're at 165 degrees, the chicken is done. Spin a little bit. Almost ready. Good. Just a little bit. And we'll go ahead and give it one last flip here. And it's amazing. I like having darkness on mine. Some people may not. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid back on it one last time. So I'm going to say that that's not the right one. Look at me. Why'd y'all let me do that? Being silly here. Wrong lid. Little mistake. Let's see how soft these are now. Perfect. I'm going to drop this into an ice water bath right here, which is going to stop the cooking process. Use a slotted spoon to take it out. The only reason being is because I have broccoli I still have to cook, so I don't want to have to re-blow on the water quick. Alright, shut them all out. I'm going to drop the broccoli. I use 1 crown of broccoli. You can get more or less depending on your preference. So. Drop the, there's a mixed carrot in here. Perfect. Does anyone have any questions so far? We'll go ahead and move this over so that it's ready to go. Go ahead, we're gonna start making our sauce now. Alfredo. The Alfredo sauce is a half a cup of butter. Sorry about that. As well, which is 1 stick. 1 stick of butter. Add 16 ounces of heavy cream. You're going to want to whisk this. You're going to whisk it for about, I don't know, say 3 to 5 minutes until the butter's pretty much melted all the way. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and put my linguine in. I prefer Barilla, which is this right here. There are different brands. There's also some good protein ones that taste amazing. Some people break their pasta up. I don't like to break it. Put it directly in as is and let it cook down. I use almost a box, but we're a family of 4. That may be more or less. Just gonna let the cooking go down like that. It's pretty much melted. We're gonna whisk in 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. I have a few different seasonings that we're gonna add here. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, a half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. You don't have to measure it. I usually don't whenever I'm not doing a show. But I was trying to show you how much I put in there. Yep. We need that. And we right away now. All right. Half a teaspoon of salt. And half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Fourth a teaspoon of pepper. Here. And that's all that I add to it outside of Parmesan cheese, but we're not ready quite yet for that. I believe our broccoli's about ready too, so we'll get on that in a second. There we go. Voila. Looking great already. You don't want to have your heat too high when you're making Alfredo because it'll cause the sauce to break. Some people add egg to it. I prefer not to because it's just added for nothing if you ask me. And we're gonna start adding our cheese in. Ooh, starting to get there. Also, our pulse is trying to run away. Ooh, that smells so good. Look at that. Amazing. All right, so like I said, welcome to Cooking with Love with Jiffy Carmen. Tonight we're making blackened chicken Alfredo with linguine pasta, a side Caesar salad, and garlic bread. I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of it. Should be perfect. Some people like their linguine sauce really thick, or their Alfredo sauce really thick. I don't. Okay. I'm gonna put this down to low now so we can finish. It's already ready. And I believe the broccoli is ready too. Yep. Perfect. Since I am done with vegetables, I'm going to go ahead and straighten this over here and go ahead and add rice to it so that I can start to stop cooking itself. Here we go. Nice bath. Add a little bit more. Should be good. One thing you want to do is make sure that your veggies are nice and a little crispy still. You don't want them mushy. Once they cool all the way out for the most part, we'll go ahead and drain it again. Sleep here. Oh yeah, it's amazing right there. By the way, I did need to mention to y'all the top gifter at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will choose a category for next Tuesday's meal, which is when we'll be back, along with the protein and any dietary restrictions. And you'll get the opportunity to get in the box to cook along with me, or you can just cook at home in the comments, or you can bring another guest that you think would be suitable for the show. and have them join along. Do we have any questions yet? I'm gonna go ahead and cut the chicken up really quickly while we're waiting for that pasta to finish. Come over here. I did allow the chicken to rest. That helps the juices to distribute properly. There we go. That's great. Whenever you're slicing it, you want to slice opposite. So you want to slice against the grain. So chicken runs like this. So you want to go the opposite way. Like that. I'll cut mine in strips. Like that. Perfect chicken right there. Absolutely amazing. As you can tell, it's very easy to cut through. It's juicy, seasoned. Alright. Perfect. Let's give this a quick stir because we're all afraid. Perfect. That is the. I appreciate everybody's support. I am doing this on a weekly basis. I'm trying to eventually get a featured show. So if anybody has any suggestions, tips, tricks, please make sure to follow me on IG. I'm open to any suggestions. Alright, we're almost done. I'm gonna go ahead and move this because we're not gonna need it anymore. Let's cut the sauce off so it doesn't continue to cook anymore. I'm gonna strain the vegetables because they're ready. Oh yeah, these are fabulous. That's great. Moving on our vegetables. Still a bright green color, not too crispy, not falling apart. Last thing we're waiting for is just the pasta to get done. I believe the bread is good. Guess what? Ding, 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 ding. My bread is ready to go. I'm going to take it out. Look at that. That looks fabulous. Nice and crispy, not burnt. Alrighty, I think we got about a minute left on our pasta. I'm just going to check it really quickly. Turn the oven off so we're done with the oven. Perfect. Now, I'm going to give it like a minute. And I'll be ready to plate. Anybody have any questions so far? Does everybody know how to make a Caesar salad, or do y'all want me to make the Caesar salad? It's completely up to y'all. I'm taking the most votes on if y'all want me to do it or don't want me to do it today. We can whip up a Caesar salad really quickly, or we can skip that if y'all aren't interested in that. What do y'all think? Another day. Anybody else? Another day or today? I still got time. I can still get this all done. I gave y'all the recipe. We can get it all done. What do y'all want to do? It's up to y'all. Did y'all learn enough today? Or y'all need some more lessons? All right. You know what? We're going to do it. You know why? Because a chef never makes a promise of something that she's going to do. She doesn't do it. We are going to do it on a paper plate because I don't want to wash this this cutting board again. Because I already have the lettuce here that I'm ready to just go ahead and cut and get ready. So, I'm ready for some grated cheese today. Let's do some grated Parmesan today. I use romaine, fresh romaine lettuce. I have these pretty handy dandy crystal salad bowls. It's my salad bowl. I use these for the salad. I'm going to get this here. I'm going to go ahead and get this pasta turned on so it doesn't overcook. Sorry, no, it's a little bit loud. But guess what? We're cooking. Nothing in the kitchen is quiet, right? Gotta make a little noise. Gotta get this party started in here. We gotta turn it up. All right. Let's get this going here. All right. Again, thank y'all for joining. I'm Dolly Parton with Cooking with Love here every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm sorry, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm just cutting up this lettuce. I'm gonna make a salad out of it. My knife is still very sharp from doing it, sharpening it the other day. I'm using romaine lettuce. I don't like using the ends right here, so I stopped about that far in. And then I'm gonna add me just a little bit of pepper. You don't have to add pepper, but a little bit of pepper. I don't add salt to my salad. Some people add salt to it. I'm gonna do mine with some grated Parmesan cheese. Break it up a little bit. Some grated Parmesan. I would use fresh, but I use that off of the Alfredo already. Today I'm going to use garlic and cheese croutons. And some Caesar dressing. I use Brianna's Asiago. There are other options. I'm gonna add some bacon to give it a little bit of a twist. You don't have to add it, it's optional. But we're gonna add some today. Alright, all we gotta do now, just gotta mix it up. Toss it around a little bit. Notice how there's not tons of dressing that's dripping all over the place. You don't need a ton. Some people put too much and then it's all. Whoop! Making a mess over here. Perfect, perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and get us a salad ready. Or our plating. Small salad for today. Ooh. Little mini salad. I'm gonna do this. That out of the way. Okay. I'm gonna add some pecans to mine. Believe it or not, it's fabulous. Tastes great. A lot of people don't know about it. So basically, a honey roast of pecans. We're gonna go ahead and get our pasta plated up real quick here. Okay. Alrighty. Perfect. That's great. I'm gonna go ahead and get just a little bit clumped up. If you do the pasta a lot more, like when it's just started to get, done, it doesn't get as clumpy. Also, you can add some olive oil to it. Right now, just need to get it like this. Go ahead and plate it up. Go. Sauce. Oh yeah, that's definitely great. I'll say about a half a cup of sauce on it. I don't want my sauce running all over the place. Like that. The vegetables. This is great. Really, really. I'm gonna go ahead and cut a piece of garlic toast. Thing. I would have used the end of my knife a little bit better. There we go. Get in there. Almost done, y'all. Perfect. Alrighty. So we we have our final products right here. I'll give y'all a better view if y'all want. I'll move it over here so y'all can see closer. Do a flip real quick. And here we have it. We have our, oh wait, hold on 1 second. Let's get this. Put the chicken on there. You know what I was thinking, right? We'll go ahead and get the chicken on there. We need more chicken. There we go. Not the neatest photos, right? Perfect. We have blackened chicken pasta linguine with our garlic bread. And we have our side salad here. Alrighty. Does anybody have any questions? As we are coming to the end of the show. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Again, thank you for cooking with love with myself. Let me check and see who the top gifter of the stream is now that we hit 7 o'clock. Looks like our top gifter is Lumbee. So you're going to go ahead and let me know what category you want, what protein you want, along with any dietary restrictions. And next Tuesday, we'll be back here at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Thank you so much. I hope y'all have a great rest of your night. Jay, I am done if you would like to stop your recording. Thank you so much. I'll be back soon. Take care.